There is nothing wrong with your screen. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the remainder of this video, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your screen. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the breakdown and review of The Outer Limits. Please subscribe. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to my breakdown of The Outer Limits. So today we are at Season 1, Episode 3, The Architects of Fear, originally broadcast on September 30th, 1963. So we open with a nuclear bomb explosion, and we cut to a boardroom of these men talking about how all these nations, because they're armed with these weapons, will always want to use them against each other because they're going to fear that each other will use it against the other one, right? So they come up with an idea that what if we had a common enemy that we could unite our fear against, so we focus that fear on this thing and not each other. And what better way to do that than turn somebody into an alien creature? So the common enemy in this episode is an alien creature called a Thetan. So this might be where L. Ron Hubbard got his idea for Scientology, I'm not sure. But anyway, these guys want to, draw names, write guys' names on a piece of paper, put it into a bucket, draw a name, whoever's name gets picked, lucky guy gets turned into this Thetan alien. Now you can see a guy pull the alien out of the cage and you see the alien silhouette on the wall. It looks very, very cheesy. Not a fan of that shot that they used in this one. So they picked the guy's name out of the hat. This lucky contestant in The Price is Wrong gets told that, look, we're gonna, replace all your organs. Your DNA is gonna be changed. You're gonna die pretty much. You're gonna cease to be human. And this guy's like not even fazed by it. He's like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude, just do it. So his wife obviously doesn't know that he's been picked for this procedure because it's top secret. So if she does find out, we're gonna see if those wedding vows hold up, because this guy, he might not even have a dick for her anymore, Which sucks because we find out that now she can get pregnant because she went to the doctor. She had some kind of heart murmur or something, but now that's been cleared up. So she can have children, and this guy is gonna have no dick, or an alien dick, and that might not be compatible with her. We cut to a scene of Alan in this kind of atmospheric chamber. So I think what needs to happen is they have to replace his blood or his lungs so that he can process nitrogen instead of oxygen, because that's what the Thetan creature does. It uses nitrogen, not oxygen. And we cut back to Alan and his wife. They're having a heart-to-heart at night. She's telling him, I wish you just took a teaching job so you could be home more. And he's trying to explain to her that, we need like this common enemy for the world to unite against. And she's kind of, I guess so, but even scarecrows don't scare crows sometimes. And he goes, well, if we had something that did scare people, then that would work. Now, if he's talking about that rickety-ass puppet that they dragged out of that cage, man, dude, that's not scaring shit. That thing looked fucking pathetic. So to go along with this ruse, they have to fake Alan's death. Now, the head doctor calls the wife in. He goes, yeah, she's actually coming in to have lunch with us, so I'm going to tell her that you died because I had to get this telegram ready. She's like, oh, okay, I guess so. So the doctor walks out, meets Alan's wife. She comes in with these boxes and shit. He goes, hey, I got that telegram. Why don't you read it? So she reads it, and it says that Alan died in a plane crash. She's like, I don't believe this. I would have known if he was dead. I would have felt that. And then she gets hysterical. She runs off. The doctor chases her. And then literally seconds later, Alan just strolls out of the door. And why would you do that, dude? You idiot. Like, what if she came running back to get those boxes? Like, you're standing there. The jig would be up. Like, you can't do that. You can't just waltz out like nothing happened when you're supposed to be dead. That doesn't make any sense. Now, some time has passed. We see that Alan's skin is starting to get a little scaly. The transformation is starting to really take form. He's losing it a little bit. He's going a little crazy. He's laughing nonsensically. He's throwing people around. At one point, he does this two-handed club fist move to this dude's face. Now, there's this really funny scene where Alan is supposed to jump into a cabinet, but what they did is they reversed the footage, so he actually jumped out of the cabinet, and then they just reversed it so it looked like he jumped in. And I literally laughed out loud when I saw that. I had to stop it, and I rewound it like 20 times because it was hilarious. Now he's up on the cabinet, he's chucking glass beakers and shit at these doctors, he's laughing maniacally like a fucking lunatic. And the thing he does next is he takes the cage with the Thetan alien and he dumps it. So the creature runs out, and it looks really goofy. It actually kind of looks like a mini version of a Resident Evil creature from the video game. He's got like this really long left arm tentacle and like this short stubby right arm, and he kind of runs off. Now Alan actually manages to get to a phone and call his wife while this chaos is ensuing. And she actually answers, but the doctors at the last second cover his mouth and restrain him so he can't talk to her. So the next day or the day after, the wife shows up at the lab to get Alan's things, and she sees the doctor. She goes, "Listen, man, I feel that Alan is here. I don't think he's dead. I think he's alive." And the doctor's trying to tell her, "Look, he died. He's dead. All right, there was the plane crash. You got to forget about it." But now we find out that she's pregnant with, I'm assuming, is Alan's kid. So I guess he got one in before he lost, the human dick anyway. So now they're trying to replace Alan's lungs with this nitrogen system because the creature needs nitrogen to survive. And it looks like the transformation is complete. He's in the bed. He can't talk. They have like this talk box that is hooked up to him that he's got to like concentrate and then kind of will himself to talk through the box. Now, shortly after this, they're making plans of getting Alan as the creature into the spacecraft that they've been building. So that the idea is to launch the spacecraft into orbit, and the spacecraft is going to come back down and land at the UN headquarters in front of everybody. Now, this is a cool idea. Like normally, there'd be some guys out and they find an alien creature in the woods or something, and they drag it to the news. They could have gone that route, which would have been bad. This is actually pretty clever. It makes it much more believable. So we see that the news media has picked up the story, and they find out that there's a spacecraft, entering our orbit. But of course, as you can imagine, something went wrong with the mission, right? So now the spacecraft is actually off target. It's not landing where we're supposed to land. So they think that Alan's going to try to land closer to the lab, which he does, but he lands in the woods. Now there's some hunters out just on a Saturday afternoon hunting, I guess, and they're kind of going through the bushes. They see that something landed. They have a dog with them, Ginger, and the dog takes off into the bushes to kind of see what's going on. So the dog comes rushing out. It's scared shitless, right? Now, this idea of the dog was actually the director Byron Haskin's idea. He felt that having a dog go in first would have made the impact of the creature being scary much more realistic, because the dog kind of goes in on instinct. If he smells something's bad or wrong, he's going to get out of there, right? But if a human went in there, he would kind of be curious and kind of stop and kind of look at the creature and try to figure stuff out. He might not run away right away, So having the dog in there made that terror much more believable, and that's what he wanted to portray. So now we get to the monster reveal. We see Alan poke his hand out with the little laser gun, and he actually shoots it and disintegrates the station wagon that the hunters came in, which is actually a pretty cool effect. Now, the full reveal of the monster, I don't know, guys. I thought it looked really bad. So it comes out, it's got this bulbous, reptilian, scaly, almost octopus-looking head. It's got these big oval eyes. One of them looks like he's got like a lazy eye or something. He's got this tube that fits into his mouth, like this ring that goes into the nitrogen pack, because obviously now he doesn't breathe oxygen anymore, right? He's got to breathe nitrogen. Now this looks nothing like the creature that we got a glimpse of earlier. The shadow puppet, when he knocked over the cage and it came, running out, looks nothing like this creature at this time. Now the hunters are after him, right? They shoot him in the back, and as soon as he gets shot, we could do a quick cut to the wife, who she reacts to Alan getting shot. Because remember earlier she said that she kind of felt or she would have felt if something happened to him. So there's kind of this implied, I don't know if you want to call it a psychic connection, but there's this connection between the two. So she hops into a cab and she tells the cab, hey, get me to this laboratory. So she goes to the laboratory. Alan's on his way to the laboratory. Can you see where this is going? So they meet up there. She's kind of poking around the lab. Alan, as the creature, comes walking down the stairs. And again, this is a different looking creature than the one in the woods. So in the woods, he was kind of walking, bipedally like a man would. In this one, he's got these hooked talon claws, and he's kind of hopping around, on the floor and on the stairs. It's completely different than what we got earlier. So the guy that's actually in the suit is this Hungarian stuntman and acrobat named Janos Prohaska. Now, when the director first met Janos, he came into his office, he did a headstand, and used a finger in a beer bottle to kind of support himself. And the director's blown away by that. Now in the suit and the arms, there was these taloned stilts that Janos was using to maneuver. And he actually had to lean forward like he was leaning on crutches to walk. So the suit was actually a rush job. So they had to piece things together. The head, they had to glue these pieces in there, but the glue wasn't fully dried. So when Janos put it on the first time, he was literally breathing in glue fumes and he was trying to act. So the first couple takes, he was stumbling around like he was drunk. So now Alan and his wife finally see each other. Alan is hurt real bad, so he ends up crashing into a cabinet. He falls down. She sees him. The other scientists manage to come in, and then Alan does this hand signal thing, and she knows that it's him based on this. Now, I think there was a deleted scene that they cut out, so we don't get the full effect of what this hand signal was. So unless I missed something when I was watching it, kind of threw me off guard a little bit. And that's the Architects of Fear, guys. So some really cool concepts in this one. I like the idea of transforming a human into an alien. But honestly, this is not one of my favorite episodes. It's not one that I'd find myself wanting to revisit or watch again. There are some goofy moments in it that I do enjoy, though, like that cabinet jump and when Alan's kind of freaking out in the lab. He's laughing, acting like a fucking lunatic. It's pretty fun, enjoyable to watch. But as a whole, I don't know. But this whole human transforming into an alien thing will be revisited coming up, and I think I do a lot better job than in this one. So thanks for watching, guys. What did you think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you like the ideas that they brought up? Let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy this, remember, please like, comment, and subscribe. So next up, I'll be talking about Season 1, Episode 4, The Man with the Power. Thanks again, guys. I'll catch you later. We now return control of your screen to you until the next episode, when Geeking Poetic will bring you more of The Outer Limits. Please subscribe.